Hello everyone, how's it going? Thank you so much for stopping by again. We're currently doing yet another ISKT-O bin match. It is currently Big D with a few Fortis Mercs against the Doctor's Office. We're just going to have to see who wins this game. It's going to be very interesting. I haven't seen too many of Big D's games themselves, but I have seen several Doctor's Offices and they have things in order and set from the last I saw. Big D is currently setting up into getting logged in and ready. They were just doing a few strats before the game, having a few chats, trying to burn the stress, while Doctor's Office were sitting by checking it out. So let's give a few shout out by the people on the Doctor's Office's side. Well, first I should say, we have Loco Caesar for the ref. Great guy, greatly appreciate it, especially out of busy schedules. So for the Doctor's Office's shout out, we have Reeve, Big Bowler, Dr. Hammer as the TDO leader, you could say. Errand Boy, Ballo, Spot, Odessa, Jimmy Doggos, Satan. I suppose I will call him Dot Dot. Big Eyes, Gravity, Andrew, Noodle, Don't Panic, Sestanks, Kai, Pits, Deccan, Dick Kevin, K2 Nod, Cloud9, and Teslamon. Telamon, or Rob I should say. So sorry if I screwed things over. That is currently one person missing. I believe there he is. And he's just been swapped. Odie down towards Doctor's Office. So that's all of Doctor's Office. Everyone is there. It does say 26, but that is with the ref and me currently side by side. Now with the Big D shout out, we've currently got Cocoa Pops, Boosh, Ice Cream, Avni, and Short Ass for Fortis Mercs. Ali, Love My 308, Madhouse, Doobie, Rampage, Buried Flatulence, Doc, Ethereal, Floki, Spider G, Kiwi, Defiled, Cordite, Grimshot, Rousey, 4Jam, Salty Bacon. We're currently missing 2 Big T players, but by all accounts, they should be jumping in any minute now. Let me just quickly type this up. There we go, perfect. So here we are, just at the random Jensen's range, just getting things all in order. The game should be starting right now, in fact. It is now game time. There is a 5-minute overtime wait period, so Big T does have 5 minutes before they're going to have to be forced to agree to play with 22, and if they can, while the game is running, get the other 2 to jump in. Now, So yes, as from what I've been saying before, I've seen a few scrims with Doctor's Office and Unity. Now, they won't be doing the same things. I'm sure they've got their own little strat set up for Kokan Valley AAS V1. They're playing the same map as Unity and TLR with the regularines on the side. So we can actually already have something set up and in mind of what to do and what not to do. There were some mistakes here and there. Others were saying said mistakes weren't ultimately mistakes. They were actually helpful. They were actually beneficial towards what they wanted to do and how they wanted to do it. So if we have a quick look, we've got Doctor's Office sitting in a pretty wide range of pings. About some hitting about 40 and others hitting a high of 200. While with the not the Doctors, with the Big Ds, they're currently sitting on a stable 160 to around 200 or 220. Office is ready now. Just giving a shout out to Big D to see if they are good and ready. They are still missing 2 players. So they'll probably just give it a few more seconds. If I can have a quick look, I can actually give a shout out myself. They don't actually have a player counter there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to sit there and count all the names. But from what I can see, there you go. Still waiting on a couple to just join the server. So they do have 3 minutes for that to happen before the ref Loco Caesar has to just manually force the game, leaving Big D 2 players short at the start of the game. I don't know if it's allowed, but the last ref did accept some of Unity's team No, it wasn't Union. I believe it was TLR's members to join in after the game has started. They just weren't. It's just up to them that they weren't there when the game started. So I've actually been sitting for a good 20 minutes with just the doctor's office just sitting around chilling while BigD were actually elsewhere, possibly doing last minute strats, possibly on the higher ping. Okay, so Locust has just put down a countdown. It is now 5 minutes from now, even though we're about 5 minutes already overtime, but that's fair. That's fine in all cases. You can't expect everything to be all in order with 48 people. 50 people if you count the caster and the referee. So it's actually all ready and good. Also, the list says, I should say. I will be following Doctor's Office first, as I am on their team, so if I'm remembering map changes right, they will be Insurgents. Last game with the Unity and TLR, we did watch Unity jump out in their technicals. They did nearly use every single technical, even the artillery. So that was pretty interesting in and of itself. There goes Coco Pop's ready to go, so the game should start shortly as soon as the map change. And here we go. So yeah, I'm hoping to see what the teams would do differently or what they would do the exact same, like getting artillery set up to pounder a hab that was left out in the open, or if they will do some vehicle rushing. And there's the GGs and GLs, HFs. So it's going to start in just a moment. Hopefully the gamer is correct and right. This time I did pretty much max it out. Match will start live. Let's do this. Let's roll a grim shot and spot. It seems like they're racing each other. Oop, there we go. So yes, it's going to be interesting and weird, both for BigD and Doctor's Office, because some will be running around with a half a second delay or thereabouts, while others won't. Not that it will be an advantage, but in some cases you'll lead a target to shoot and it might not actually come up because their server is actually picking up where they actually are, not where they are going to be. Which is, in the most case, the annoying thing to try and get used to in a first-person shooter. So I'll wait for Doctor's Office to finish making all of their squads, and then I'll quickly join in. Now, they do use TeamSpeak as a majority communication device, though they do use local chat whenever needed. So we'll just have to see how that goes. From what I can see, that is everyone. Nearly everyone. They can make... Nope, there's several big Ds on the wrong side. They need to fix that around. Maybe they logged in too, loaded too quickly and it jumped them. Anyway, let's quickly join this. Lock it so no one joins in by accident. And close map. Wait 10 seconds for this timer to go down and we can start casting. So yeah, 3 random big Ds. Okay. So it looks very, very colourful from up here. We'll jump over to the Insurgents. Nope, US. My bad. Doctor's Office on the US. I thought when they were US in the Jensen's range, they would jump to Insurgents, but that wasn't it. Grr. From what I can see, there's been a mistake with the 3 big D players, so they can't. Oh yeah. A little hiccup before the start. Nothing you can do about that. Just gotta fix what was wrong and get to it. Currently an M4 sitting out in the open. Fellow with his GL. Optic Rifleman. Standard R. Medic. Yep, it seems like no one wants to start this live as they can't actually change, their time is screwed up. So what would have happened maybe was at the start of the Jensen's range, they changed teams, which, because they may have thought that they needed to. It's an honest to God mistake, as you even heard me, I had thought US was jumping to insurgents. None of the BigD spawned in. So we'll just have to wait a little bit. I can actually show you guys Kokan Valley. We've seen a little bit, but not a lot of it, due to being mainly focused towards Ruins, Market, Tempest, and Village. We didn't actually get around towards a lot of Ruins. Oop. I think the server just crashed. Nope. My admin cam is breaking.
Dude, just admin slow-mo the map, and then have them switch teams.
I believe that's what happened, he just slow-moed it. I was wondering what was happening. I think he just actually paused the time. Oh, this is a massive hiccup.
Bro, can you hear me? Loco. Loco, can you hear me, bro?
Dude, just
Listen.
talking also comes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Loco, here's what you need to do, dude. You need to do admin set next map, Kokan 1, and then you need to do admin end match, okay? That will fix everything. But first, before you do that, you need to swap these dudes over. You need to do list players, and then you need to do admin. Force team change by ID, and look for their ID, and then swap them. Actually, probably now they can manually swap.
Just slow-mo the map. Do admin slow-mo space 20, then they'll be able to flip over.
Okay.
Fucking
Hiccups.
morons.
Oh, okay. Sorry about the random camera slowing down to nothing. They're playing with the timer. Yep, there is currently first stand. It's curious. In most packages, you see people trying to push Nexus to secure with backcapping, just like Unity did with Village. However, there's actually always a limit to how much you can do it, and it usually caps a squad into that part. There goes one. We still need two more. There goes another. We're just waiting on Ebel. There he goes. All of
Admin
BigD's
set
finally
next
gone over.
map, Kokan. Admin end match.
There we go. It's just a hiccup. It's understandable. You're gonna see it randomly. There's always going to be a human error at some point in a line of code. So, yep. We just gotta wait for this to end, and then we'll do it. The map will change around again. It will still be Kokan. BigD will be US now instead, I believe. So they'll be doing the first round as US, while Doctor's Office will be Insurgents now, from what I understand. Yes. So while we wait, as you saw, they're actually pretty quick into setting up the groups. Very loud lightning thunder happening at my place. Hopefully it's not going too much over you guys.
Everyone, how's it going? Thank you so much for stopping by.
That should not be going. So sorry about that. Okay, all good. Join, lock. There we are. Perfect. So let's close this. We'll wait 15 seconds and we can quickly jump into the casting. So yeah, that was actually my dashboard. Apparently it started playing the video when it shouldn't have. That was weird. So hopefully the map isn't too dark for you. My gamma is actually maxed, so I can't actually increase it in any more, besides trying to manually adjust it in other areas, which could lead to faults with a lot of things. So let's quickly jump over to the Doctor's US main. So it's actually, oh no, Insurgent main. I'm now getting lost and confused. So as we can see here, they're going to be running 4 technicals, 1 logi, 2 logis, a transport technical, and a single unarmored MG. So with the transport technical, we have Noodle, Gravity, and Jimmy Dogs. With the MG, we have Odie, Pitts, Big Baller, Don't Panic, and Reeve on the gun. On the 2 logis, we have Rugby, Ballo, Deccan, and K2nod. On the second logi, we have Dr. Hammer, Thick Kevin, Odessa, Sestanks, and Satan.
No, it's okay.
Apparently, they're having some mistakes because someone spawned in when they shouldn't have. But it seems like they're already in their nice orange colored technicals. They are doing the preparation rush, which is a pretty cool tactic that most clans have started to adopt, where they get a run up just before the prep stage. They start slamming their foot down on the accelerator, which gives them a good acceleration boost before the match even starts. Now, I kinda wish I won't have enough time to jump over to BigD side, but we'll follow them in the next match. So this is actually pretty interesting. I've noticed a lot of guys don't usually run with a lot of MG technicals. It's also understandable. I'm also surprised not a lot of people like the armored MGs, like with the armored plates. Okay, here we go. They go. One is a little bit slow, but they're all forming up nicely in a line, so it seems like it's all good and set. One's getting a bit bouncy, but he's getting set up. With the map, we can have a look here. Most of Doctor's office is currently moving as a convoy. One should be splitting off for Stonebend in just a moment. There we go, with Jimmy Dogs, Noodle, and the third player. Unfortunately, I cannot read his name. If you look towards the US, we've currently got 2 MRAPs running and the transport and logi truck moving out. One jumps out towards First Light. There's one at Stonebend. Ooh, it looks like they're going flying right past Market. One hits the wall accidentally, causing a delay in his timing. None of them are stopping at Market. I believe that, ooh, jumps, flips. And I guess that is how you land in Tempest, with one technical going straight towards Village, running straight into an MRAP. The guy on the gunner tries to take him out. There goes one RPG, second RPG, killing the BigD MRAP. There's the second MRAP. They did kill the open top, not the crow, so that's, I believe, in a way beneficial for them. Here comes 2 soldiers about to run straight into this MRAP.
No offense. Push or stay. Odie, what's the call? What are you doing? How hot? How bad? I'm going. Want me to go, Doc? Want me to go? Go. 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 East flank. Go. Now. Go. 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 Going.
There's big shoutouts from Dr. Hammer. There is a very, very big transport truck heading towards Market. Squad 3 did jump out halfway, possibly to attack Tempest.
Vehicles in the backfield.
There goes Ellie dropping out a 4-man squad to Market. They need to find Noodle quickly and kill him before anything happens. It is a very small cap, so it shouldn't be too hard for them to find him. Massive deaths on the BigD side of Village though. It seems like Dr. Hammer's got Tempest, Market, and Village under control. They're about to lose Market, however. But at Village, Big D's lost nearly every single player there. They've only got Doc left, and he's slowly moving up. Dr. Hammer's getting pretty into it. That is Dr. Hammer's in a bookcase. Princess Agni is about to start push Noodle. Gets out on Agni, takes him out beautifully. Very nice holding position right here. You only see his head and possibly shoulders, but they're all going to start running this way. Or at least come flanking around. Now this is actually a pretty big hiccup. Because this is also giving Noodle a chance to cap Market before Big D can do anything about it. And that's going to set a lot of things back in motion. Ballo, Dekin, Rugby, and Kai are currently moving into reinforce, as well as K2 Nod and Dr. Hammer in a technical for quick reinforcements. We'll follow him inside and we'll see how it goes. Oh, he veers left instead. He was actually just about to run into at least 3 Big Ds, and it would not be pretty if he stopped anywhere close. Seems like Coca Pop, Screamshot, and Cordite are holding pretty well. There goes the cap at Stoneband, cap at Ruin, so Noodle can now start capping Market. Does seem like Doctor's Office does have Village completely under the control, and Big D is trying to get back around. Seems like they're all just randomly moving about, trying to find out where where Noodle actually is. It seems like
stupid play. Fucking spit strat.
They're just slowly moving in on him. I believe they've now realized. Never mind. It seems like they're getting stuck inside of a technical.
Punish them.
GL goes out, doesn't hit anyone. Noodle's currently sitting here prone, currently not wanting to get seen. Grimshot gets taken out from behind by Rugby. Rugby's moving up while Cordite is hiding out in the building for protection. That is a pretty good place to hold, as seen in other games. While Gravity is slowly moving in on the rally of Princess Agni and Rosie.
I do not know, Doc.
Okay.
Dr. Hammer is actually getting ready to push Nexus. There's no Big Ds currently on Nexus, as well as a lot of Big Ds are running from main.
You called South Fist?
Manhouse kills Aaron.
Don't worry about it. It's the cap and Village. We'll cap. Rugby, pull back the Tempest if you got the flag.
Yeah, yes. I'm gonna mount up. I'm out of here. I'm going to Nexus.
I don't see him.
He was close, Kevin.
Madhouse playing games around with Thick Kevin after killing Aaron Boy. He is a marksman. Slowly moving up as Thick Kevin peaks. No, he's an optic rifleman. See Cess tanks. Takes out Thick Kevin. Just.
Stupid strat.
Oh, and Madhouse bleeds out. A very far run for the squad 2 right there. While Rob is currently moving around, about to get flanked pretty heavily.
Want me Nexus? Nexus?
Yes, go.
Princess Agni takes a few shots at someone, and Big D, well, Doctor's Office punishes Agni pretty heavily. Here comes a technical heading straight towards Nexus. No one is currently defending it. It is currently Dr. Hammer, Odessa, and Satan. Seems like this is a pretty heavy rollback situation on Big D. They need to try and push him back as quickly as possible. So there's the second technical moving in. Jimmy Dog goes Rugby, Kai, Dekin, Ballo, K2 Nod come running out, ready to reinforce the Nexus cap. While if we have a quick look towards Market, not Market, Village. We've got a very massive Big D movement heading through the south field. Doobie's just about to run into Don't Panic right here. Or at least Don't Panic's going to run into Doobie. Neither sees either at the moment, but Don't Panic's going to run close enough for Doobie to hear him. and Doobie lets him pass. It's always amazing what can happen in the fields of death. Now Floki's slowly moving up. Ooh, Ice Cream gets taken out from the spot.
He's on the east side, on the east side.
Rampage sees him, takes a few shots, hits Big Bowler. Ooh, Berry Flatulent gets taken out. Shivy gets shot at. Very nice nade on Rampage right there. Hit him straight on. Few shots gets Odie and Pitts bleeding out to their deaths. With Floki slowly moving up. Could possibly get started on Big Ball and Spot if he's quick enough.
How are you on Village?
There's a random smoke on the road. That's going to block
Kappa
vision.
Village.
Either for the good or bad for Big D. Telemon comes out from the corner, sees Floki, takes Floki out, takes Kiwi out. And nearly kills both Bushy and Spider before Telemon comes out. They just realized that they're
Rugby back
capping.
now. Transport, go.
It does seem like Big D could come around. Yes, there's actually only one doctor's office left
what angle
on
should I come in on?
Village. Everyone else has actually moved off.
Northeast.
They have killed
I should come in northeast.
a
right
lot
there.
of people.
Yes.
Doobie seems to have tried to pick up Rampage. Seems like they're using their communications a lot more. Interesting. Shivy and Ice Cream are trying to make do with what they do. If I have a look, Shivy is medic. He does throw a nade to cover their bodies to make sure no one is holding on top of them. There is Don't Panic currently moving in due south of the rally. He's has seen the truck blew it up, but that also gave Doc a chance to see Don't Panic and took a few shots at him himself. And there goes Doctor's office about capping again.
What's
So
the
this
call?
village
What's
is
the call?
in a
Back to village
state
or
of
go
flux.
Yes, back to Village, secure the cap. My 3 will stand next.
Copy.
Ethereal by himself, essentially, with his mounted MGs, going to start taking a few shots. Hits a few of them, but he's not actually killing any. Andrews actually sees or hears the gun, and is actually going to start trying to come on the flank while he's busy. Thick Kevin gets taken out with a quick burst. Oh, Spot on the right side. 1-2 tap, and he's down. Doc's currently trying to hide in the field of death, while Evil is currently hiding in the bushes, knowing full well that Don't Panic just stomped the rally. While if we have a look more south, we have Rob currently moving towards Don't Panic, about to run into Doc, while Berry Flash and its Rampage Shivy are actually pretty close to moving up onto Village itself, getting somehow
Enemies on south
behind
rugby,
a couple of Rugby, Balor, and Kai. Rob is actually changed course and starts moving due south. He might have line of sight on full jam here in the destroyed truck. I believe he does. He's actually spotted him, saw him, and is actually going to come in very close for it. Hey, kill. Ah. And there it goes. Just as full jam started shooting, he wanted to make sure none of his friends died, so he shot then, not later.
Is that friendly? Yo, Cloud9. Or Rob,
Robin the
come
Conqueror.
here. Come here.
Kiwi sees him. They're going to start bandaging now because they actually shot each other.
What, buddy? God bless you, sir.
What's best close? East, southeast.
There's Short Ass and Coco Pops currently on the MRAP Crow. There we are. That's going to be a nice addition to the army. It is a bit hard to see in the side of the field of deaths, but if you have a good enough eyesight, you can get a good peek on 1 or 2 insurgents.
Capping Nexus. 2 minutes till neutralization. You gotta hold Village for 2 minutes.
So, it does seem like Big D's getting pretty heavily pushed off from Village. They are moving quickly into Nexus itself to try and stop the Doctor's rollback. But it seems like Doctor's office is currently on the point themselves. There are 4 players, so they can start capping it as soon as they can. Madhouse is actually slowly
Who's
moving
running?
up.
Contact. Contact on me.
Copy.
Very nice call out by Satan.
Enemies coming in from the south side next.
Doctor's Hammer's going to start slowly moving up on the flank as well. Ooh. That was a very full burst of fire from Satan right there, slaughtering Madhouse as he came back out of the shed.
1 minute 20 till new to Nexus.
There's the shout out that they're about to neutral Nexus.
Bring Mice and your squad to Nexus right now.
Let's jump below just for a second. There's the circle. It is currently flashing. They are neutralizing it very easily.
I will hold village.
So here it comes. Let's follow Defiled slightly.
One more.
Oop. Grimshot's currently coming from the north as well. He's actually just about to come in. Also about to be flanked by Balor, who has possibly seen him. Here it is. Sees Grimshot. Yes, he sees him. Grimshot reacts to the sound, but before he could do anything about it, Balor opens fire. There's a few shots from Princess Avni, but he missed the few bullets needed to kill. So he backs off to hide, takes a corner, and a very nice headshot from Princess Avni right there. There's currently a truck. No, MRAP. Crow currently moving in. Doctor's office is currently dead, one of the members I should say. Defard is down after running straight into Odessa, who's holding the door. Odessa does see the MRAP, knowing full well that the last thing he should do...
Nexus, we're dude. Full cap and village, move. Go, go, go.
Should I leave one behind or no?
No, go, everybody move.
Odessa's in a spot of trouble right here. He's about to be pushed by 3 people. But if they keep poking like this, they're gonna be okay. Gets decking before anything happens. Ali is currently bleeding. There goes a nade. A bit too far though, because Odessa just ran out, killing Roisy, but did run straight back into that nade. Ooh, that was painful. But Cordad is a medic. Cordad's gonna start picking up Rosie as soon as he can. Big Eyes comes in from behind, killing all 3 though. Forcing Big D to back off yet again. With Short Ass slowly moving through the northeast field of death. He just runs into Satan, who sees him, tries to shoot an RPG, goes too high. Short Ass takes a few shots. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the kill, but he did hit him at least twice, causing massive internal wounds. While Cloud9 Rob is moving towards the east, making sure no one crosses the bridge, which, unfortunately for him, about 4 or 5 Big D members are currently in the middle of doing. Doctor's Hammer is currently holding the south side of Nexus with Avni, Grimshot, and Defile slowly making their way back. Spot is coming in from behind him, while Roy's just about to run into a 5-man squad of Doctor's office, with a good size of Big D moving into Village. Seems like they're hoping for at least a double neutral, but that might not be in the cards for Big D tonight. This afternoon, I should say, not tonight. Currently, tickets are 525 to 355. K2 Nod gets blanked by Defile, taking him out very quickly before anything can be changed. And there's the capture on Nexus. Doctor's office has captured Nexus. It is in their clutches. It is within their hands. Defile peeks the door, sees Kai. They both trade shots together. Neither's taken too many hits, but Defiled is bleeding out. Runs straight into Big Eyes backwards, not realizing there is a way to come out from behind. Dr. Hammer currently having trouble taking out the very last Big D guy. Dr. Hammer goes down. Cloud9 comes in from behind, killing Doobie before he could do anything about it. There is Evil currently pretty far back in an open top. Currently seeing Rob takes a few shots. He doesn't get the hit though. Seems like, oh no, he actually shoots Ballo, taking a few shots. Cloud9 thought he was being shot out and ducks on the sure chance that if he was, he would die. Kai, Big Eyes, and K2 Nod. K2 Nod is actually back up, so Big Eyes is the medic. He's MVP medic right there. While if we have a look towards the north, we have Coco Pops, Ali, Cordite, Roisy, and Grimshot slowly moving in.
Working on it, it's clear.
It does seem like Squad 2 has moved into
Doc, we're
first
clear
stand though,
west side
which
on
is going to
first.
be a problem.
West side.
Madhouse is slowly moving in, though it seems to be the only Big D member currently moving in. So they're trying to just force doctor's office from the cap that they captured, and to turn it back around. It does seem like they do have a hub here, however, as you can see. So it's not going to be all that easy if they do not find it and dig it down. They were pretty close with Cordart and Rosie, but they may have actually seen it. Yes. There's a slight chance he may have seen it. So that might come out with fruition. Ooh, Ballo jumps over, kills one. Then Ali kills Ballo just as Rugby comes out through the trees, killing Ali. Kai's currently throwing smoke, trying to get Deccan back up. It's very needed to have multiple medics still alive. There goes Insurgent, finally neutralized first stand. Doctor's office is just about to cap the last point. It's about 534 to 306 tickets now. The bleed is pretty massive on top of deaths. If we have a look towards the scoreboard, we got 65 kills to 19 and 36 neutralizations to 77.
Odie, get ready to drop a radio.
It seems
Coming in
like
right now.
Doctor's hammer came in just with full swing.
Make it spicy.
Doc runs straight into Don't Panic, causing a full auto burst to kill him. There's a few double taps for 4Jam, killing Telemon. While Doobie knows full well that the Sullen here, he's going to throw a nade. If he throws it right, he's going to hit Don't Panic. Unfortunately, he throws it in between the two buildings, giving Don't Panic a chance to survive.
This radio right this second.
Coming. I'm coming.
Do you copy?
Cloud9 did kill the MRAP. So there goes the open top, currently just sitting there. Big Baller will see Doobie if he's not quick enough. Big Baller sees him, but he doesn't take the shot. Don't Panic kills 4Jam before he could do anything. Still in the same position.
Hold one.
Odie, hurry the fuck up.
I'm trying.
Well, if you have a look at the map while they're slowly moving
Shot,
in,
dude.
Trying now.
he can see him. Doobie can see him. He's just not taking the shot just yet.
Within
Come
400.
out here. You're just out of the barrel.
Dude, they're heavy east. Go back west.
There's a few hits making Don't Panic panic. He needs to bandage. Doobie sees him.
He's on the roof.
Working.
And as you saw, there was the second or so delay, causing Doobie his demise without even firing back.
Who's down here?
There goes the red arrow just south of the
Yes.
field of death
has it,
off
Rugby has it,
first
I have it.
stand. They're going to start making a hab soon, possibly in the southern area, or actually in the cap.
I have had.
There is no delay to the hab, so it will be a pretty OP thing if the hab is on point. Ooh, GL straight on top of Odie's face, killing him instantaneously. Very nice hit by Barry Flatulence. Hits a second time, unfortunately doesn't get any surefire hits. Ballo runs straight into a two-man squad right there with Princess Avenue and Ice Cream. They're going to start trying to sneak in. Sneaking in isn't really an option after they open fire, you could say. While Doc, Evil, 4Jam, Doobie are currently spawning on the east side. They do have a pretty open river to run across. They will run into a massive doctor's office contingency where they just made the hab on the southeastern side of first stand. We have a quick look on the map. You can see it was a pretty straightforward thing. They have 3 habs in close proximity of one another. So if one starts going down or one has trouble, a solid group of doctor's office could actually move in very easily and take it for themselves or reinforce it. Well, if we have a look here, it seems like Big D is currently trading shots with K2 Nod.
Odie, take north.
Evil does go down while Spot takes down. K2 Nod is currently bleeding, though he bandages and he's just trying to get to a different position so he's not shot at anymore. With Spider and Floki currently slowly moving up. Princess Avenue is down. Thick Kevin is also down. Odie is shooting across the road, taking out Spider Egg. Floki doesn't realize Odie has sight and he goes down as well. Then we've got a solid Big D group slowly moving up en masse together with Ice Cream up as a lat, just taking a few shots, hitting Odessa, I believe. Rosie gets hit a little bit from a nade. He's bleeding out, so he throws a nade. There goes the nade. It hits the roof, but it doesn't go down where it's needed to go. He's going to hear the bandaging. Will he have a nade? I don't think he's got a nade. No, he's a GL. Coco Pop runs straight out.
Doc, be advised I have no rally there. Heavy north and west.
Right here, right here.
I need you to come back.
Okay. Doc, stay. Watching the radio, boys.
Ooh. So Kai goes down, Big Eyes goes down, Grimshot goes down from Thick Kevin. It seems like Big D's finally pushing heavily back, causing Doctor's office to be strained.
Rugby on the burn, pull.
There's a TK from Manhouse to Rosie. Does seem like that was a mistake in any case, possibly by Nate. Very nice communications from the Doctor's officers at the moment. Seems like Evil is trying to get across this bridge through a couple of smokes, trying to block vision. While Doobie is currently in the trees, he's running into a lot of trouble and he goes down after Spot continues to shoot him down. Very nice position Spot he has. He can cover a good side of the eastern river. While we have Full Jam actually on the south wall, knowing full well that there could be a hut there.
Frag over the wall. So.
Dr. Hammer gets surprised by Full Jam after peeking the corner. Full Jam looks away, gets seen by Satan, then they both headshot trade. And there goes the game. First round, Doctor's Office 527 to 0.
Wow. Wow.
So when's the script? When's the game starting? When's the
And there's some bragging, you could say.
Damn, Australia. Wow.
So yes, besides the bragging, 527 is 0. That's pretty unfortunate on Big D side. They were caught out and rolled pretty heavily. It was a shame. You could hear from the comms, Doctor's Hammer did have a strat and tactic planned all together and wouldn't let and actually kept his entire team in check, so it all worked out in his end. There goes a shout out from Dr. Hammer and Odie for a 5-minute break. So there we have it. Thoughts on the match? That went by super quick. It was unfortunate we didn't get to see too much. Dr. Hammer had a pretty brutal and fast-paced strategy that sent Big D through a washing machine. Anything that could have been done differently with that? Let me have a think on that matter. It was a bit Baylor. Okay, that was my fault. So Baylor isn't Baylor, it's Baylor. I think I'm saying it right. Hopefully I'm not saying it wrong. I don't want to say their names wrong. So, back from the thoughts on what could have been done differently. I'm having difficulties here. I didn't see too much besides if you like a very aggressive and successful rush from Doctor's office. Big D was trying to catch up to the best of their possibility. They did try to do a double neutral to slow down their pace. Unfortunately, they were just a step behind before it could be done. There goes the map change. Doing one more map change during the break to fix things. Now, we actually saw once or twice the ping delay that you would expect from 200 or so ping. Some of Big D's are actually running around 400 or 500 if you actually pick that up just down below. Oh, he's fixed himself. Must have just been a ping spike on his end. But yeah, the 0.5 second delay to a second delay. In some cases, you can see it pretty brilliantly, and that's a shame. So, if you wish, just go for that, I believe it's now 2 or 3 minute break, go to the toilet, get a drink, come back, and hopefully you enjoy the second round of BigD versus the doctor's office. I'm still stuck. At some points, like, I was paying attention, I was even talking about it, but at the same time, I kinda missed a lot. I had to have missed a lot. Maybe I was missing a few things. The doctor's office did some pretty cool squad maneuvering with their technicals. They had a little mess up, but nothing too bad. With the BigD, they were trying to they unfortunately got onto the back step of things. They did try and get into Village themselves, but it seems that Doctor's Office was actually just a few seconds quicker, and that MRAP, that was a pretty costly MRAP lost at the start for BigD right there. Sorry, I just gotta answer this. So yeah. With the first round heading towards Doctor's Office with over 500 tickets, it's actually going to be a pretty hard win for the BigD to turn it back around, because from what I understand, 2 rounds. With the first round, you have to beat the difference to make it your victory. So in the end, they're going to probably have to hit about 550 tickets left over. Though they can cushion a loss with a less but pretty powerful ticket win. We'll just have to see. BigD could be warming up. They did have a few late showers near the start of the game, so some might not be entirely ready for the game. There's Doobie currently just driving around in an AMRAP, currently having a little fun with his vehicles. There goes Doctor's Hammer ready. It seems like they're currently pumped and ready for it, you could say. I didn't really want to say ready for a second time, but I was forced to. I couldn't think of something else. BigD is still away. There's no shout out from BigD yet. Okay, there is Floki's shout out that they are currently ready. One player just DC'd, so they'll just give him a minute at least. You know, just a common decency thing. Just as I thought, we'll give him a minute. I believe that's the case, besides 1 or 2 scrims. I think all in all, BigD hasn't had a chance to play too much on the scrim side of things. Robin Sage. Okay. I'll try and remember that. Unfortunately, I usually just say their name straight up, so it might be too late for me to fix that. Doobie doing his own little thing. What's Doobie doing? Doobie's all by himself, currently driving around. He has no one to play with. Now I'm being trolled. I'm not sure. This is a very big break for a very short match. Didn't have time to use artillery, so that's one thing we never saw a making of. Like the game just a few hours ago, there was a lot of mortar activity, and that was pretty interesting. It changed up a lot of tactics on their parts. I believe because it went by so quickly, neither team had a chance to set up anything more permanent. There were several attack hobs by Doctor's Hammer's side. As you saw near the end, they actually had 3 habs up, all in essential triangle formation around First Stand and Nexus. Okay, so the last BigD player is currently just opening his squad now, depending on if he has an SSD or HDD. Now, BigD actually did at the start, if you saw it as well as I did. They did drop a 4-man or 5-man onto market. Unfortunately, only Avni actually went towards the point to kill Noodle. I believe in that case they could have stalled Doctor's Hammer strategy for at least a minute or two just by holding corners on the point, forcing them to come back to dig them back out. But a majority of them seem to have just went around the point. I believe they thought the point was a little bit bigger than what it was. There goes Floki's little shout out for patiently waiting. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be swapping over to the BigD side, and we'll follow them with the technicals themselves, and we'll see how they do on the Insurgent side versus the US side, and Doctor's Hammer with his Doctor's Office clan going through their own insurgency in round 1. There goes the shout out for the close of maps. So it's going to swap in just a second. Here we go. Somehow Doobie killed himself. Good job, Doobie. Okay. I just need my scoreboard as soon as I can. Okay. Swap. So we'll see the squads here today. We've got Doc, Floki, Rosie. Currently making the squads. It seems like they're doing a 3-man squad. That does seem to be the case. Let's quickly make my thing and lock it. There we go. Now we just gotta wait 20 seconds. I wonder how this will turn out. BigD was, I'm sure, surprised at just how quick Doctor's Hammer got through and attacked every single flag. They did do it pretty quickly. It was pretty impressive in all regards, so we'll just quickly spawn in. And we'll head off to the insurgency side. See what they're doing, and then as the round starts, we'll have a look at the map to see what Doctor's Office brings towards the table. So here we are. They are currently going.
Take it as. KB, you want to
too many people spawning.
No.
It seems like Big D's having the same problem as Doctor's office. Too many people actually spawning in at the start.
Oh shit, it's the fucking.
We've currently got seems like they accidentally grabbed the Logi instead of the transport truck.
We're not taking any of that.
Oh, don't drive the car. We're in a Logi.
I'm currently lost at the moment. We've got one armored MG with Rampage, Grimshot, and Evil currently driving.
Can you not drive? Jesus. There.
I'm so lost right now. Okay, Doc's picking up a second MG technical. So 2 armored MGs, 1 unarmored MGs, 1 Logi truck with 1 transport technical, or truck technical. Doc's in the MG. We've got Avni, Floki, Ice Cream, and Ali in the single armored. Got a lot of local chat. Rampage, Doobie, and Evil in the second MG armored, with Chevy and Kiwi in 1 Logi, and Madhouse, Roisy, Coco Pops, Defiled, Grimshot, and Flatulence in the transport. Love took his time to jump in. Doc and 4Jam as well as Love currently jumped into that second MG. They're going to be a little behind the lines, but they can catch up when they can. There's the shout out. It looks like they're going to have someone move towards Market and the rest jump towards Tempest and just hold Tempest. Does seem like there was a slow start for Dr. Samuel. Ooh, there was a spin out right there. People hit each other and they're getting stuck on little pillars. From what I can see, it does seem like an MRAP and a transport truck is heading towards, well, the transport truck is straight towards Village. MRAP's heading more towards Tempest, with 1 MRAP jumping towards First Stand, with the Logi slowly moving towards Village. There's Squad 2 jumping out of the first MG technical at Market. Medics dropped at Stonebend, and the next technical 4Jam and I believe that's Doc jumping towards Ruin, with Squad 3 and the others quickly jumping towards Tempest. There goes the rush by Doctor's office on the south side of Tempest themselves. There goes the shout out with the MRAP. Open fire. It did kill Shivy. Shivy is down to the count. They're moving en masse. They only got 1 dude at Village, 1 dude at Nexus, and 1 dude at First Stand. There is a truck waiting for the people at First Stand and Nexus to move on. Coco Pop also goes down with several rounds of bullets into him. Don't panic. Dr. Hammer and Sastanks are slowly moving up inside the technical garage. It does seem like they just caught Sada Defiled as he peeks. There's the shout out that there is 1 just around the corner. So they're now going to try and hold to cover it. Here comes Don't Panic. He's going to start moving up. Throws the nade. Don't Panic hears it. Comes out. Sprays. Killing Grimshot and Rampage. Rampage didn't even get a chance to see him because he was too busy looking at the MRAP. Gets started and Evil takes a few shots, but he misses, unfortunately. With Dr. Hammer coming in from behind, killing Roisy and making him pay for it. There goes 1 nade, nearly killing Big Eyes, but he pulls back just in time. He's currently actually bleeding out, however. Oh, Evil peeks, gets sighted by Big Eyes, and Big Eyes takes him down for the mistake. We have Madhouse and Kiwi currently just hiding out, just covering corners, trying to keep alive. Dr. Hammer currently going through the corners, making sure no one is left. There goes the MRAP, slowly moving up. Let's quickly check the map. There are currently no doctor's offices towards Market. It seems like they are pretty content with sitting on Tempest at this moment, but it wouldn't surprise me if they have some plan for Market. There goes the spray from Madhouse. That delay is... That's going to be painful for Madhouse.
Get ready, just gonna put a head on Market. No, just go.
Hey. Hits Talamon. Aaron Boy. Thick Kevin currently defending with Odessa Jimmy Doggo's Rugby, Kai currently on the east side with Noodle and Gravity slowly moving up in the map. Reeve is set up on the MG, ready for it. Buried Flashlands comes out straight into Odessa, but he gets taken out in a quick succession. Aaron Boy's currently holding the road due south of that, making sure none comes out in the open. It is big, yes. That's my bad. Spot is currently moving up. Has been started by Ice Cream, possibly. Ice Cream is moving in his general direction, so there could be a chance of that. About to run straight into Ali, who's peeking the hole in the wall. Sees him, they both take shots. Spot gets hit once, but Ali goes down for the count. Ethereal has heard it and is ready for him. Ethereal might have seen him just then. He did. He's going to stand up and he's going to try and come out for a peek on the kill. Spot saw him as well and thought he was still in the same position. Oop, he spotted Ethereal. He's going to back off. If he had a nade, it would be a very good time. Seems like they're kind of stuck in a stalemate right there. Looking towards the map, Noodle and Gravity currently holding on top of the Logi Technical with their MG standing close by. With a squad 3, Doctor's Hammer currently... Doctor's Office currently moving in on the east side. It does seem like Doctor's Office has taken over Tempest completely, with BigD actually pushing back down to market and setting up defensible positions, making sure no one comes in on their flag. Big Bullet and Rob are currently moving in on the north side. They might actually at a point run straight into the radio, causing a very big headache and pain towards BigD. From what I can see, there is a hab currently on top of market. It is their main spawn point. He will get started by Rob. Sprays Rob down with a few bursts of the PPSH. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the kill. He does injure him. Crouches before any massive pain happens. Throws a nade. Very well thrown by Ebel right there. This is the ISKT open game with BigD versus the Doctor's Office. He will currently just holding this north side, while if we have a look towards the south, east, west, and south, actually, in actuality, I should say, it's being pushed very heavily. Andrew and... Sorry, I can't see his name. Odie are currently pushing on this west side. They did take out Princess Avni, causing BigD to become alert on this western side, while on the east, it's already massively alerted, as there is currently an MRAP manned by K2 and Val. Currently moving in. Ooh, there goes an RPG. Unfortunately, it just misses. There goes the spray, taking him out, as well as Floki. There goes... I can't actually see it. Cocoa Pots as well. Those are some very nice shooting right there. Goes one RPG. Unfortunately, it's a miss. Too far to the right. Rosie Defard currently trying to hold this southeastern side, while Rugby and Deccan are actually moving in on the east. Shortass currently driving the technical. He's going to actually try and get a sneak up on this MRAP, but it's not going to work too well, I don't think. Nope, he currently jumped out. Shortass is currently just moving slowly forward, not knowing if there's any enemies in that said compound. Having some tongue twisters here. Ooh, Big Bull is currently on top of the hab of BigD. He's currently killing anyone spawning in on it. There goes a roof spawn. B10 for the win. Love My 38 spawns in, just causing Big Bullet killed Sparta instead. Because Love My just instantly prone drops. Princess Avni runs straight into deck and killing him. So he is slightly injured because of it. While if we have a look towards the western side, we have essentially a full contingency of doctors all slowly moving in on the west and northwest angle. Granger and Ebel are currently dead, with Rob, Fitz and Reeve currently moving through the field of death pretty successfully. One is slightly injured, with Spot Andrews coming more towards the western side. Just currently checking out compounds, making sure it's safe, making sure it's legit. Well, we have Doc here, currently just set up in motion for anyone coming out from the north. It does seem like he's missed completely with Pitt. Ooh, 4Jam gets started on Reeves, sprays him down through that murder hole that we saw last game with Snowy and the RPG. There goes caught out, currently just trying to get everything sorted and ready. It does seem like they're currently getting stuck on top of the hub here at Market, and they must move off before it causes any problems. There goes Rampage, currently down in a fit of blood after running straight into Dr. Hammer and Don't Panic. Does seem like Salty Bacon as well, with Love My Bro currently bleeding and damaged. There goes a few shots. Dr. Hammer is currently just trying to keep it all down to pat. Ooh. Ellie gets taken out from the east side, while Dick Devin takes out Ethereal with the help of Aaron Boy. Dr. Hammer gets taken out with several sprays of his gun, with Don't Panic currently bleeding out. It seems like he was caught out in a very big pickle. Salty Bacon is currently just holding out in the smoke, making sure no one comes in on their flanks. Okay, here we go. Doctor's office obviously on top of the radio. It does seem like they're digging. Well, Big D's actually digging it back up. They were digging it, but it seems like they were unsuccessful. There's two people. Odie's actually a radio, so Andrew is a medic. They're currently actually picking each other up. Spider is slowly moving in on them, however, but they're going to be ready for him. As soon as he peeks, it's going to be very painful for him. Here it comes. Andrew hears him. And I don't know what to say besides ping discrepancy. So here's Pitts. He's actually somehow got around Spider, possibly from behind. As you can see, it's not a very far run around the compound itself. But Evil, however, is actually right here. Unfortunately, as soon as he comes out, he's started by Odie, who was at the outside entrance. While the tickets are currently actually stable at 485 to 477, it is Doctor's Office's current victory at the moment. Well, if we have a look to a shot, that's about to get picked by Decken sees, and they trade. While 4Jam is currently just holding the south wall, making sure no one comes out over it. It does seem like he is injured. While Cordite takes control over Short Ice. Unfortunately, as soon as he peeks, he gets started by not Thick Evan, but Dr. Hammer, who shoots him from all the way up here. Which is a pretty alright shot. Does seem like Big D is currently turning into a fishbowl. It seems like they're running into a lot of difficulty to get out. It does seem like Doctor's Office has successfully dug down the the radio of Big D. So there goes a solid amount of tickets.
Let's go, man. Let's get that.
Fair Reflections, Madhouse, currently bleeding out. They did run into Rob, or possibly Madhouse on Reeve, who took a very nice shot. He was shooting just a second ago, so it wouldn't be too surprising. Rob's just about to run straight into him. However, it's not going to be very pretty. Ooh, just then Rosie was just about to peek him. He's looking away now. They're going to see it. Kills Rosie. Runs across. Unfortunately, he was single shot and MRAP right on top of the hab. That is a dangerous situation for Big D. Anyone spawning on the roof? Oh, dead. Nope. Currently reloading. It was open top. That was a dangerous situation for the open top. One shot, unfortunately misses. Second, I think that actually hit him. No, unfortunately it didn't. There goes the third shot, possibly just trying to get that one hit in. Or at least a second if they thought they did hit. BigD completely gave up market, while completely moving over down towards ruins itself. It feels like they're just trying to do a delaying tactic to reduce the amount of ticket loss, but it seems to be only somewhat working. RBG pretty damn close towards Short Ass and Cocoa Pops, while transport possibly driven by Big Bollock heading off, most likely to pick up Big Yes and Cessnates with Telemon as well. There goes an RPG straight into market, actually hitting Odie straight in the face. That was actually pretty well done. Breed's currently in a very prime position. If we have a look here, he's actually pretty well hidden, and he has a pretty good line of sight, especially with the mounted MG. Unfortunately, that doesn't save him from an RPG shot, however. While we have Aaron currently just holding off at a motor hole, he is an MG himself, so he's going to probably mount on that motor hole to give a medic headache and a half. Does seem like the Lat doesn't realize that Reeve is currently dead, dying, and bleeding. So he went for a second shot. Kordite is currently just opening fire at the entrance. I'm not sure if he's actually hitting anyone. Cocoa Pop comes for the peek at the front entrance, getting one tapped very quickly. If not from Pits. May have been Pits. Or better yet, was it Don't Panic? It might have been Don't Panic. There's actually a very good line of sight here. It's a bit hard to see, but with all the names. It's a straight line of sight, straight towards the entrance, towards ruins itself. You could actually see pretty deep inwards without even moving off market. There goes US neutralizes market. So there goes a few more tickets from the BigD. While we have a very sneaky technical moving on the east side of the map. Does seem like there's a lot of BigDs moving around. Let's open this map. I seem to have got lax in that regard. MRAP catches sight, possibly trying to open fire. No, Ice Cream actually opens fire on the MRAP, but unfortunately a sniper takes out the gunner before anything massive could happen. Does seem like they were pretty close to being shot by Talamon nonetheless. So he's actually retreated just a step more, so he's not actually in line of sight. While Short Ass and Princess Avenue are actually moving it in on Tempest. Possibly going for the radio. That's actually a very sneaky hidden position. From what I can understand, it's jumping on the wall. No, it's not jumping on the wall. It seems like they're actually trying to figure out how to get up there in any case. This is Parkour 101, it seems. I have a feeling of what they've done, and it is a it's a two-man operation. One goes in the corner, one one crouches, and one vaults on top, one vaults over. MRAP's currently on the southern flank, just holding a defensive position. It does seem like they've caught sight of a few things, opened fire, but he didn't get any surefire hits. It does seem like it's turning into a ruin/market affair. There is currently actually no talk about how to get up there. It does seem like they're a bit stumped on the idea in any regard. Okay, so we have Andrew and Odie slowly moving up on the east. They might actually be looping around behind to get in from the north flank. While if we have back a look towards Ruins, we have Rugby and Jimmy slowly moving on the eastern flank of Ruins, with Thick Kevin, Gravity, oh not Gravity, Thick Kevin slowly moving in behind with Gravity and Noodle in the Crow MRAP, changing slight positioning so they're not in such a dangerous position. People not realizing there's a 15-minute delay. Deacon and Dr. Hammer slowly moving in, realized there was someone here, but Coco Pops was taken out in a very beautiful trade. Sestang's his medic, so he's actually picking up the dead players off Doctor's office. So Odessa and Pitts is back up and running. While from what I can hear, there's a little bit of gunfire. Palamon and K2 destroying the truck transport. And there is Short Ass's solution by jumping on the MG of the technical. They could shoot down the radio. So there's a few tickets lost on Doctor's office side.
They're pushing northeast on Ruins now.
Bell and Rob currently moving up. He's about to run into my 38. He opens fire, kills Shivy. This also gives 308 a chance to know that someone is just on the other side of the gate from him. Unfortunately, Bell is just about to... He sees Cordite. Unfortunately, I don't think he actually saw it. He comes out and 308 takes him out. While Rob is currently having some difficulties. He's throwing nades over. Oh, that was so close. Just a little bit higher and he would have actually got a very nice hit. Shoots twice, kills Rampage. Rampage is trying to figure out where he is. Okay, from the sound of things, Doctor's office currently have orders up. We've got Reeve and Noodle on them. Oh, well, Noodle's digging up the second one at least. Ali and Short Ass, as well as Floki, currently bleeding out from trying to defend against the MRAP. Will he open fire? Ooh, very nice ninja techniques. Hidden around Gravity. Also, when Gravity started trying to drive away, jumped back on the MG and killing the MRAP straight up. As Chad has said, Doc's office is currently getting into a fishbowl scenario here on Ruins. They're having a lot of difficulty trying to get around the hole in the wall.
Push out quickly, boys.
Kiwi peeks out, nearly gets taken out. There goes the Mortals, currently killing everyone that they can find. Jimmy's actually bleeding out, possibly by them. Just a little bit more south and they'll have it in check. He will get started on a Doc's office member. Unfortunately, I didn't see the name before he dies. He goes down in a heap. Odessa's slowly moving up on the wall. Defile hears and peeks. Odessa sees the gun first, but Defile opens fire before anything happens. Aaron's currently on the Myrtle. They run straight into it, but he doesn't fire just yet. And there he goes. Full burst straight into Cordite. Another full burst, nearly attacking another. He did nearly get TK'd by his own team's Mortals, but he was safe in the time being. Well, if we have a look towards Jimmy and Rugby, it seems like they dropped early just northeast of Ruins and coming in where BigD is currently not defending. They seem pretty damn focused on this east side. Odie and Andrew joins in with Spot slowly moving back in. Ethereal is by himself, slowly moving on the west side. He's going to run straight into pits at a point sooner than later. Dr. Hammer's currently got a pretty good line of sight. It does seem only Madhouse and Bush, Grimshot are actually still alive. Bush peeks, kills Rugby, Shivy runs out, gets started by Doctor's Hammer and gets killed himself. Doctor's Hammer gets a little side on the Mohawk, so he gets a little concerned. Dreamshot tries to just do a run out and gets started not only by Dr. Hammer, but also by Thick Kevin and by Satan himself. Currently bandaging any players that go down. Decken runs through. Coco Pops unfortunately spawns on the roof. Decken's inside now. From the look of the map, it does seem like they caught Big D in a pincer maneuver at Market. They're currently bleeding out, trying to take out the Hab rally, or possibly trying to double neutralize Market itself. If we have a look towards the circle, it is currently flashing. They're about to actually neutralize it, though it is a bit hard with the Hab there. They did dig it down, however. I just slowly missed that. So they're actually successfully dug down the Hab, so they're going to start digging down this radio. They have no way of spawning in anywhere close. There's no rallies. The only person left is Ebel. And the closest person next is Short Ass, all the way back to Market. And with that slight win, it's going to actually send a lot of doctors' offices. Doc's office is back towards Market to slaughter any Big D's left there. Short Ass and Cordite are currently actually on the cap. They are actually neutralizing it themselves. So by any chance, it could actually become a double neutralization. There's the Hab up on the northwest side. Seems that's actually a pretty unique place. The radio is pretty close at hand as well, with Big D's radio all the way towards the southeast, with the Hab in the fields of death. Big Yes currently slowly moving in, killing Ice Cream and Ali, with Satan as backup shooting from the trees. Big D slowly trying to push back in, trying to make sure Market is over their control. There's the flashing red and white. They're about to ruin themselves, while Unity's just about to...
Market, trying to hold Stampede.
I can't see the circle from up here. I need a drop. There it is. It's currently flashing red to white. So it's going to be pretty close. There's a chance Big D could actually double neutralize it, giving them extra few minutes of defense. Spider comes out on the side, gets taken out by Pitts with an overwatch position, while Salty Bacon slowly pushing in on the southwest. Does seem like he knows what's what. He sees Pitts, does a nice little burst towards Pitts' head, with Sestanks is bandaging Errand Boy currently back up. Salty Bacon has sight on the Hab. He's going to start camping it. He's going to try and wait for a few Big Ds to come and support him as well. He can just cost a few tickets, or if they can get people in by, they can defend it very well. Don't panic, and Thick Kevin knows someone's there. He hears one over the other, so he does a flick shot, trading with Don't Panic just before Thick Kevin comes around the corner to help with the kill. And there is several shots towards Love My 38, who's currently trying to just keep himself in cover while Short Ass is slowly moving up. He hears Big Yes, shoots him once or twice, gets a few hits, but doesn't get the kill. Sestanks hears him, takes out Big Eyes, runs out, and runs straight into Thick Kevin himself. Well, if we have a look towards the central market cap, as you can see by the square, it is still completely controlled by Big D. They are doing a good job. United States defended market, United Army captures. So Big D just loses the race. They must have been pretty damn close, but in the end, Doc's office captures Ruins before Big D can neutralize market itself. While with Doc, Doobie, and Evil slowly moving up on the north side, they're actually about to get sight by Spot, Andrew, and Odie. But Spot's actually moving in just quick enough that he's not actually going to be seen. He might have seen people up on the roof. There goes Big D's next tab here at Stonebend. It's actually been a while since I've blowing around on this cap. Arid Flashlands runs out, shoots a GL, hits Spot, but just not close enough to get the kill before Spot takes him out. So we'll just have to see how that goes. It seems like that's the beginning of Doc's officer's assault on Stonebend. While if we have a look towards Market, it does seem like Doc's office is going to try and move in to destroy the hub and radio here to at least cost them some tickets. Deccan moved in with a truck. That was a mistake because Rampage and Ice Cream currently have rockets and are aimed and trained on him. They hit him twice. Unfortunately, they don't take him out. There goes the third rocket. It's on fire. It's very damaged. So Deccan just drops out as soon as he can. It may cost the truck its life, but at least it saves haste. And there the truck goes. In a fit of glory. Does seem like BigD finally took out the hub and radio here at Market.
Right,
Though
Squad 3,
not
you're gonna
without
push it,
some losses.
back to Ruins.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. We'll move on foot.
What's the worst that can happen, right?
Right.
There's a little bit of communication right there. Chivy and Rosie slowly moving up. Ooh, 4Jam gets taken out by Pitts. Very nicely done by Pitts. Chivy gets taken out very quickly. Spot is moving up on the north side to get a very good flank on any defenders here at this north wall. Spot does hear Boosh currently... Boosh? Boosh. Currently shooting out.
Stay there, don't move.
Yeah, copy.
Rob has a very good line of sight right there. He's not marksman, he's an optic rifleman, however. So, that was a very nice hit from a moving prone target. Hit reg is pretty broken with the proning, but that's what you do best. Ooh, Grimshaw gets taken out. Rugby gets shot down by Defiled from behind. It does seem like Rob is moving up, trying to get line of sight on him. He knows someone's there, he doesn't want him behind, so he's going to try and D him out himself. Defiled hears him. He knows someone's on the other side of this wall. He's just waiting for him to peek around, but he's not there. And there he goes, switching the corner, knowing full well Rob is, or at least someone is there. RPGs, grenade launchers, smoke flying everywhere. This is Stonebend, their last stand here on the insurgency side of Kokan Valley. BigD's actually trying to push something back in a sense. They do have a squad slowly moving up through Tempest all the way to Ruins. There's squad 2 and the medic on the west side. While the rest of BigD are just setting up defensible positions here on Stonebend. Reeve and Spot moving around in the north side. They get sighted by Doc, so they open fire, killing Doc before he can do anything about it. Reeve is there very nicely prone. He is prone to MG. MG overpowered. B10 MVP right there. I'm slowly losing my voice, it seems. Shortos Ethereal currently bleeding out. It does seem like Shivy's holding that Myrtle Hall again with Salty Bacon, Rampage, Cordite, Doobie, and Ibble currently trying to move around in a group position. It does seem like Doc's office is currently moving in a slower pace. I'd like with their insurgency rush. Sorry about that. I just had a yawn. All in all, this is BigD is actually doing their best, and you can see it in a lot of cases. They are not actually giving up like some people in Puggies would probably try to do, because this is an ISKT game. and people do what they have to do. So he actually knows Madhouse is over there. He just doesn't want to peek himself. Mainly because it's bad to peek in V10. You always want to defend. Like, hold the corner, not peek the corner. So they're currently just moving through these western buildings. Just making sure there's no BigDs around or behind them. Madhouse is currently on the wall. He opens fire, hits Thick Kevin once or twice. Unfortunately, he has to back away as Thick Kevin actually hits him. There goes a nade, very nicely thrown. It actually hits exactly where it needed to kill Madhouse. Very well done there by Thick Kevin. Rose is actually holding in a prone position. Actually gave him a chance to kill Decken and Rob, who just gave up. Or possibly bled out. Don't Panic was on the hab, but they did take him out before any massive pain was received. While Odie and Andrew were currently on this north wall, Odie gets taken out by Evil, who opened fire, killing him, while Andrew realized the terror of it and tried to back away before anything else happened. So it seems like Doc's office is facing more of an east or southern attack direction. There's a few trying to move north, but Big D seems to have that down pat. They do have this southern compound capped, and that is the cap point. It's a bit of a surprise with Big D not actually on top of it, so they're actually going to start capping now. If we head actually below the map, you will see the circle, and there it is flashing. So this is Doc's office, currently actually capping the very last point of Stonebend for the insurgency. Big D is slowly moving up into ruins to attack it, possibly trying to do something about it. And there goes US neutralizes Stonebend. So that's Doc's office slowly taking over Stonebend, with Big D slowly moving around inside ruins, and there they all go with a very nice explosion from Doc's office. Unfortunately, I didn't see who actually dealt it, but he got a nice set of kills right there with that one hit. Ice Cream's actually by himself now, slowly moving around, trying to cause a headache for them. He did kill Dr. Hammer. Big Yes is actually slowly moving around. He did hear where he was, so he moved locations to try and get line of sight on him. And Ice Cream is currently not looking the right way. Big Yes sees him and hits him with one bullet. Spider G is currently slowly moving in on the west side. United States defends ruins. So there goes all of Big D on ruins. Well, if we have a look here, it does seem like Big D is having a very hard time. They're trying so hard to push off this hab here at Stonebend, but it seems like they're in a pickle again. Decken is currently holding this corner very well right now, killing people left and right. Slowly moves up, kills both Avni and Floki just from the road, with Kiwi slowly moving up. But however, Decken jumps off to change position so he doesn't get caught out. He does stand up, which causes him his near-death scenario. He did have a bandage out, which nearly costed him his life as well. Shortass thought he was dead, peeks away from him from the corner, sees Rugby, tries to shoot him, but Decken saves Rugby's life. Runs straight into Ice Cream. Ice Cream opens fire, kills Decken. No, not Decken. I got lost there. And there goes the second round of the ISKT Open game of Big D versus Doctor's Office. With tickets of 0 to 384, 224 kills to 79 kills. There were a few suicides in any case and a few TKs. But in the end, that was that. So let's go see if we have a chance to jump in or jump around to have a chat with either Big D or Doc's office. It seems like Big D is in their private channel. Well, let's go open our TeamSpeak. Doc's office does actually use TeamSpeak, and we'll see if they would like to say hello and their thoughts on the matter. Here we go.
What's up, Elite?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Sorry, I moved you.
That's alright.
I'm assuming this is. I mean, it was practice hard and.
Yep, definitely. It showed very well. That round one was a surprise, man. Round one was a very massive surprise.
Yeah, I mean, we always prep really hard, especially for tournaments. I mean,
Definitely.
we
like
put a lot of time into prep.
I have to say, the scrim with Unity, it's shown there, and with the game today with BigD, it showed even more just how much practice you guys are throwing into showing that what you guys are made of.
Yeah, it was a lot of practice, dedication, proud of my players because they're the ones that put the time in. You know, they're the ones that show up and really practice hard. So I couldn't be more proud of my players for how hard they played and how hard they practiced.
Settle down.
But it was sorry about that.
Oh, that's alright.
it was a good game. I'm not sure. I didn't really see much of what BigD did because I was never really on the front lines. I was setting the fob up and kind of directing where the team needed to be. And I'm not sure what happened in the first game to what they did, so I couldn't really comment on the strat. I just know that we really played an aggressive game the first round and played cap to cap the second game. The first game we were kind of playing 3 caps at once almost, it felt like, so it was very dynamic in a sense.
Oh,
but the first game was very solid. Or the second game, I mean.
In that first round, yes, definitely. You guys were at least on top of 3 flags at once.
Yeah, it was.
It looked a bit hectic, but it certainly worked for you guys.
Yeah, it was the plan as the Insurgents was just this smash mouth opening and then really fly to the football in the mid game and just go because as Insurgents, you know, you're quick.
Yeah. Well, you
quick
never want to
fobs
be
down,
caught out by that MRAP anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So, I definitely think that, you know, BigD definitely put a fight up, especially in the second game when they placed that hab behind us. Really caught me off guard. A lot of our guys off guard. So they definitely were playing to stay in the game, and I give them props for that for sure. Because after the first round, I'm pretty sure it's because we won by, it was 527. You can't. Like it's already match over, unfortunately. So really, you know, kudos to them for, you know, fighting the second game because a lot of teams would just give up.
Oh, definitely. They were very good sports in that regard, and they never truly gave up and kept trying through round 2.
Exactly. That's a sign of a good team. So kudos to them. It was a fun match.
Yep. Though there was a little less to talk about in the breakup though. When it was in the break.
Oh, by them?
Yeah. Oh no, by me. Like I was trying to figure out things to talk off, but there wasn't too much to talk off.
Yeah, it was. I mean, what can I say? Just be prepped hard and stuck to the plan, and everything in the plan worked out perfectly. It was just beautifully executed. Did our fob on the roof surprise you in the second game? Did you see that?
No, unfortunately. I saw the radio on the roof.
Yeah, the fob,
yeah.
The radio on the roof.
Yeah. I keep thinking fog as hab, so I just stopped calling it. Calling them the shorthands. But yeah, that surprised me. There were actually a few big Ds trying to figure out how to get up there to defend it. Like to dig it up, so they just brought a technical around and shot it.
Yeah, that was kind of the idea, is to make people, where how the fuck do you get that thing down?
From what I understand, you had 2 people, didn't you? One as a stand, so he jumped on top and jumped up. Is that right?
Yeah, we had the transport truck that drove us to the flag and get
so
on top
you
of the
used
roof.
that. Okay.
Yeah, that was part of the rollout. I thought the rollout for US side was really cool with the MRAP kind of in parallel with the transport truck. I thought that was a really neat rollout. How kind of just guided the transport, it caught up with it and guided the transport truck in to get the bodies on the middle flag. I was quite surprised though. Did they try to get a fob in the middle flag? I didn't see any radio anywhere nearby, or did something mess up? Or
Tempest. Let me see here. I'm honestly having trouble remembering now.
Yeah, we pushed to the middle flag and there was no radio up, so I'm assuming something like went wrong or a techie flipped or someone got shot out or something.
I can't honestly say, to tell you the truth. They had a hab up with every single flag after that.
Yeah, they did.
And I feel bad for... I can't remember who. Someone peeked the ruins hab just as it went up, so everyone spawned in. And he was there with his single shot. Runs into
Who?
9 BigD guys. Robin.
Oh.
Cloud9.
Oh, it was Robin. Yeah, it was Robin. He's like, the hab's on me. So what?
Yeah,
Go,
he
go,
rounds that
go.
corner, runs straight into about 5 or 6 BigDs, and he's got his gun on single shot.
Yeah, that was. I remember he was calling that out in TeamSpeak. He sounded quite surprised. It was a fun game. It's a lot of. It's really good to see hard work paying off and the team really pulling through. It was an excellent match.
Oh, definitely, and there was a lot to learn. And
yeah.
I could even say that, like, just even watching it, there was a lot I've learned.
Yeah, we theory crafted a lot of, I thought, cool ideas, and I'm sure a lot of it can be countered. But for this particular opponent, I didn't expect any hard counters in the sense that we are indeed it's so hard. So if they came out and countered it, I would be extraordinarily surprised. But their ideas are pretty good from what I saw. I was just very surprised not to see a fob near Tempest was my big suspicion. But for the U.S., the Logi truck. Where did the Logi truck go for their round in the U.S.? Did it go straight to Village or did it go west? I didn't even remember what happened to it. I don't know if it got blown up right away.
First round for US for BigD. I know I remember seeing one truck heading off to Tempest to drop 4 people off, so I assume that was the transport truck.
Yeah, the transport truck went like northeast or something.
Yeah.
I know another truck went south by Village, but I'm not quite sure if it went to Village or if it went. I think it went west, and the Hat got it or something.
I know for a fact I was watching it, but I can't honestly say that I remember what happened to it.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Oh, definitely.
It was a good game. Props to them. Is there any questions you'd like to ask or other than?
Well, how many days a night do you guys train?
5.
5 days? Ooh.
Yep, 30 people in practice, 5 days a week.
That's impressive, man. I see all the time with clans, they always have difficulty with people showing up or putting in the times.
Well, we want to be champions.
Definitely, and it is showing.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No worries, man. So thank you for allowing me to stream this. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Thank you for talking to me and getting my thoughts on the game.
Oh, no worries.
Thank you for streaming as well.
Least I can do. I'm gonna go see if BigD wants to have a little talk.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, have a great morning, afternoon.
Afternoon.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Thanks for streaming, man.
No worries. See ya, dude.
See you, buddy.
So that was Doctor's Hammer from Doc's office on their TeamSpeak. Greatly appreciate it. He always gives his thoughts on the matter and never just speaks random stuff. So yeah, 5 days a week training with at least 30 people every night. That is very impressive on their part. I'm going to jump over to see if BigD would like to have a little chat to see if they have anything on their mind they like to shout out or talk about. So let's stop by right now. Hey Coco Pops, you there, man? Don't think he's there. I'll give a message towards one of the guys in the lock channel. Weird. I'll just send him a quick message. He should get it in just a moment and it'll be all good on his side. he's just giving me a heads up that I can jump in. Unfortunately, I can't move myself. Need to move it. Okay, here we go. It's just going to be moved, and then we can have a few words with the BigD guys. Oh yeah, they're in it.
Hello, Elite APM.
Hey, BigD. How's it going, guys?
Yeah, we're fucking stoked. That was a good effort. Like to thank my
definitely.
mum, Intel for sponsoring us.
Cloud9 recruits out there that are watching us, the recruiters. Hide it in.
Yeah, shout out to Frill House.
Holy fuck.
Do you have any questions?
For the lube.
Sorry, what was that? I just had about 5 people talk at once.
That's how we roll, man. We
Um,
roll. We don't roll.
any questions? Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it was a good game. Good effort by the BigD boys. We were very proud of ourselves. Congratulations to the our team. I believe they had good ping.
God damn it.
So I
Oh, you
saw
want
it.
more?
No.
Did you?
I was just taking my breath there for a second. My throat's starting to hurt. I saw in the second round that you guys were actually doing a back caping motion. That's pretty cool to see. That you guys never actually gave up.
Yeah, look, the team really came together in that second round. We are very new to this. We just started putting this together about a week and a half ago. So
Well,
we
you
learned
guys-
as we went, and very good on the boys for giving it a go.
Well said.
But yeah, Doctors haven't even said it himself. He was really happy to see that you guys, unlike a lot of clans, don't just instantly give up after the first round if it didn't work well for you.
No,
we
And I must say it myself,
Oh my
like,
God.
you know,
I didn't even know that happened. That's terrible.
didn't
What's
know
the
what
point?
happened.
It's all right.
If they
In
just
2
give
weeks'
up.
time, we're going to give it a better go, even again.
Yep.
We'll be there.
The
This
only
is
thing
not
to
really
do is
Elite
just
Paper.
learn what you do.
Good stream, as always,
Oh.
I'm sure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
See you.
Thank you.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks for the questions. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity to stream this. Have a good one, guys.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
Cheers,
thanks,
mate.
bro.
Have a good one.
Cheers.
So that was Big D. They didn't have too much to say. So it's understandable there wasn't too much you want to talk about, and I understand about that regard. So it came my way with Doc's Office win with a first round of 5-2-6 tickets, and the second round a bit more closer, but in the end, their win in the case. My name is Elite APM. Thank you for being here with this ISKT open match of Big D versus Doc's Office. I greatly appreciate all of you stopping by. And hopefully you will all have a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon. I think that's everything. Yes, I think that's everything. Anyway, bye folks. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves.